Candid with Candice is presented by Essen Healthcare. Your health is essential.
Today on the show, I'm getting candid with comedian Roy Rudd Jr. From stand-up comedy to his career making appearance on The Daily Show and now CNN, he's been the face of comedy for more than a decade, and now the 46-year-old is out with his first ever memoir, a heartfelt book called The Man of Many Fathers.
Hey, I'm Roy. This is my book. This is a Books a Million, Man of Many Fathers. Signed copies available for pre-order right now at Books a Million. Go to the link, get your book, and you will soon see it as a bestseller. Right here next to Stephen King and Nate Bargatze. What's up, Nate? I just did that.
And we'll go in 3, 2.
And Roy Rudd Jr. joins me right now here in studio. Good to see you, brother.
How you been, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
And since it's before noon, as with tradition, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Oh, yeah.
We shall.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll give you a smaller pour.
I wonder if this drink, that's enough. It's 11:45.
Cheers. Congratulations on the book.
Man, thank you, brother.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you, man. It's good times.
Oh, it's smooth. Have you had theirs?
No, I have not. That's very good.
My God.
Very good. Top of dog.
How do you talk after
Very
that? It's a great book. It's a fantastic book. And I know how difficult it is to write a memoir. You're tapping into dark moments. You're tapping into beautiful moments from your life. What did you discover about your life and yourself that you didn't know?
That we have to forgive our parents. That's really the biggest thing, is that whatever you did or didn't get from the people that made you, you still have to pull the best of them out to apply it to your child. And to apply it to yourself and to know yourself even
absolutely.
better, even if you don't have a child. And I think that was the thing that was the most eye-opening. Like, I always knew I wanted to do something for my son around lessons I learned from men other than my dad. My dad died when I was 16.
Yeah.
I didn't get everything I needed to know from him. But then as I started going through these moments of discovery, and then I did Finding Your Roots, and I found out on Finding Your Roots, I didn't notice my dad lost his dad when he was 4.
You didn't know this?
Did not know it, because that's not something my father and I ever really talked about.
Didn't talk about your grandfather?
Not really, no.
Wow.
It was not something he ever brought up. And how could he? What did he know about that trauma?
Yeah, that's true.
When did he ever really want to tap into that? And
you found that out after your dad had long been gone.
long gone. My dad died in 95. I found that out in 2019. No, 2021.
Okay.
So, it's one of those things. You just knew, oh, yeah, your grandparents were dead before you were born.
Yeah.
And that's all you're told.
Yeah.
And there's so many secrets to your family that just are never shared with us. But, I just learned, number one, you have to forgive your parents. Number two, if we really sit back, all of us, and look at our lives, we'll realize that there's so many people other than the folks that we think we got all this wisdom from. I guarantee you, you got it from some weird places too.
But and you kind of write about that, not just your father who passed away when you were 16 and is a legend in his own right, and we'll get to that in a second, but also all of the comedians that helped you that were father figures and others that were father figures in your life.
Yeah, I mean, you have co-workers from Golden Corral when I was in college.
I worked at the Golden Corral.
Yeah, did you steal the bread too?
No. I worked there the 1 week, and then I replaced the chicken with the ham because they were both very light.
Oh, the rotisserie machine, yeah.
And then by accident, and then there was a whole basketball team that was passing through in Missouri, and then they drove past and apparently called back because they had explosive diarrhea on the bus, no lie. And they went back to look and see, like, oh no, you screwed up, you mixed that up. That was my 1 week at the Golden Corral.
Okay, so yeah, we can't put you on food prep. You gotta be in the dish room.
The Breakfast Club has done throw me a whole baby shower.
From the Bronx Golden Corral.
From the Bronx Golden Corral.
People from random comedians that I worked with, some are long gone now.
Yeah.
Street hustlers, co-workers that did cocaine.
Yeah.
Teachers, co-workers, like it runs the gamut. My mother, of course, makes the book. I know it's called The Man of Many Fathers.
So this is what I was going to say. It's so much Man of Many Fathers, but it's so much about Joyce.
Yeah.
Your mother.
My mother was the backbone. You know, I'm the ninth of 11 kids. My dad was kind of in and out the house growing up. So a lot of my life revolved around a relationship with my mother. And if this book is about why I am who I am, then I have to talk about the hard work ethic that my mother gave me. I have to talk about her focus and her ability, no matter the storm, to keep the ship steady.
Her discipline.
Yeah, and so that to me, I can't write a book about who I am and not talk about my mom. She's the first chapter. She
is.
Because in my life, she was that. All we do is ignore each other. All social media has done is made us less social. You want to talk to people and they should learn the language. When you walk every day, you walk past fluent speaking people who speak the same language as you and you don't say a damn thing to them. Because you'd rather mind your damn business. That's how we live now. People get on the elevator. Do you talk to them? No. You can't even make friends for 11 seconds. 11 seconds. That's all you have to do is fake being interested in another human being, and you can't do it. You press your button and you stare at the wall like a drone. So why should we put that burden on immigrants? Why should immigrants have to learn the language? As soon as they learn the language, ain't nobody gonna talk to their ass. They gonna get on the elevator and go, hello, I know the language. Shut your up and hit the button. I think the everyday person can take away from this book just that comedy comes in the strangest places, but also so do life lessons.
Yep.
You know, I talk in the book briefly about a time when I was working, day labor in Columbia, South Carolina. When I used to do stand-up comedy and I was a road comedian, I would just get a day job. If I'm in town more than 2 days, I'm getting a job.
Okay.
Why am I gonna stay at the Hampton Inn all day waiting for a show at 8 p.m.?
So if DoorDash existed back then, you'd be DoorDashing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So,
right.
You end up working.
Were there no
with
strip
men
clubs back then?
to work at?
You could do the side hustle.
I was. You ain't seen me dance. The idea, though, of even being in my early 20s, working with men in their 50s, and it's an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
Yeah.
You go into these temp offices or whatever, but, older men would take me under their wing and give me game. And like those moments and those conversations were just very special. I just hope that the book inspires people to reflect on their own lives and think back to these moments of, like Edward Norton in Fight Club calls it single-serving friends.
Single-serving friends.
Yeah. These people you meet
identify
once,
it, yes.
In and out, never to be seen again in your life. But there was something from that moment that's worth gleaning, and it can make yourself better. And inherently, if you're a better you can be a better parent or a better friend.
How tough was it to balance the humor and the seriousness of it all? Which is life, I guess, for all of us.
It's a little tough because I don't want humor to make people think I'm undermining the emotion of the moment, but humor is how I process things. I'm not a sit in the corner and sulk kind of person. I find, what is the one thing I can smile about with this thing? And that's what I try and find. But, my father passed. I didn't get a chance to talk to him before he passed. And, there's a lot that I wish I could have said that I never got to say. There's a lot of questions I had too. And so, in that regard, there's a little bit of regret that comes with that. But you also have to acknowledge that when your father passed and everybody brought food to the house, everybody brought chicken. Nobody brought sides.
Not even watermelon?
No.
In Alabama?
It wasn't that black. I performed, and I'm not making this up, at the Monticello Watermelon Festival. There it is, Monticello Watermelon
that's the Festival.
One. Yeah,
looks good, man.
No, it's a day show. It's outdoors, and it's racially imbalanced.
Yeah. My God.
But let me just make it perfectly clear.
Yes.
The watermelon is like a big cash crop in Monticello, Florida.
Yes.
That's the origins of the festival.
Of course.
So it's just there to celebrate the culture of the
town.
It's not like I got on stage and white people were like, eat one. It was a very proper event.
Still, a day festival, one of the worst possible.
A day festival as a black guy celebrating watermelon.
Yeah.
A little odd. Please don't put my photo on the flyer. Like, ain't nobody bring no greens? Just chicken. Bro, we had
no chitlings,
we had
nothing.
6 days worth of fried chicken.
Wow.
and nothing to pair it with.
Got all that protein, that GHP1 diet. Your dad was a journalist. I didn't know this beforehand. A legendary
radio news, though.
Radio news journalist. What would he make of this? But civil rights, like journalism as well.
Yeah, he only covered struggle. He only covered black struggle globally.
Would he think we're in a struggle now?
Absolutely. I go back and listen to some of my dad's old recordings from the 80s and 90s. He did a radio show and took calls from listeners in Birmingham. If I put that out right now as a podcast, you'd think it'd
be accurate.
You think it'd be accurate. Outside of him saying Jesse Helms and Michael Dukakis on the tape, I'm aging myself. But outside of that, you would think that it was still today. I don't think he would my dad didn't pay taxes because he thought that the Voting Rights Act was weak and was not fully written in a way to protect black people into perpetuity. And if you look at what the Supreme Court is,
some people who agree with that right now.
Well, no, he was right. He was right in the 80s.
He had a legacy and beyond Birmingham, where you were born, and you spent quite a few years, adult years, trying to get beyond that, especially carrying the name Roy Wood Jr. And making your own, right, and saying that you belong, I
belong on my own merits.
When did you realize that?
When I graduated college, I came back to Birmingham in 2001. So, he's the hugest newsman in the city. He's the man. And then I got two older brothers in media. They do anchor work. So the Wood family name is just, news in Birmingham. And you struggle with someone who was great to the world, but you feel like you got the short end of the stick as their child. So you want to carve and blaze your own path. But the more I got into radio, the more I realized I'm him. Most people at that time, especially over a certain age, you either worked with my father or you were hired by him. So that afforded me a degree of accessibility within the city off of his name because they respected him, they respected me. But now it's, man, you just like your dad, you a chip off the old block.
Right.
He used to drive me up the fucking wall.
And that was driving you up the wall when you were in college and you were up there interning.
When I graduated college and I came home to intern in Birmingham, over what would eventually become a 12-year arc in morning radio while I did stand-up. But this idea of, all right, you did your thing. I am going to work so hard and be so good and be so funny that I'm going to make people forget your name. I'm going to erase you from the memories of the people who claim they love you. The more I got into radio, the more I realized I'm him. And so these legacies, these things that we try to run from, I think sometimes it's important to run to them and see what you can learn from them. I am my own man. I carry his name, but, I do something similar, but I know for sure what I do is in a much different capacity because there's a little bit of humor infused. But if you look at most of the stuff that I've tackled on The Daily Show over the past decade or CNN, those topics are pretty much in alignment and beliefs are pretty much in alignment with my pops. It's just, I wanted to be my own man when I got to Birmingham, only to realize that deep down you can't escape who you are.
Yeah. You were the original Black Nepo baby.
I don't know, I ain't rich yet.
But your dad was...
Y'all be calling folks Nepo, but I rode a city bike here, bro. Is that Nepo baby behavior?
No, that's Bama behavior. Your dad was a bit of a workaholic. Are you the same? Or it came across to me as if he was a workaholic.
Yeah. But what I wonder, and this is what I mean when you have the questions of your parents that you can't ask. Did you work because you love it or you work because you were running from something? What were you running from? What was the thing? And so that's a question I often ask myself, but
and what do you answer? How do you answer it?
I don't have an answer yet. All I know with entertainment and journalism is that I've always gotten out of it exactly what I've put into it. It's not like relationships where there's another party involved. The success of it revolves around some sort of synergy. if I work hard at this, I will be better at it by the end of the week, and I will be dominant at it by the end of the year, and someone will pay me to do it.
Well, you worked hard.
And that's always been the truth. Knowing what I know now, my father escaped in his work because he did not feel comfortable at home. So he sought comfort in women and was irresponsible in how he sought that comfort. Then when he finally found a woman that loved him, I'm not too young at it, but that woman, my dad loved that woman. I have to acknowledge that is the example of love I must now use to educate my son on love. So as I seek a partner, I have to make sure it looks similar to that, even if it does sting to realize the best example I have of love is proof that you didn't love my mom. But I can't sit in that because I got to raise the boy. So I ain't got time to be mad at you. I got to just sift through it, and this is the first page of the book. I got to take the best part to you and figure out and discard the rest.
We worked hard at this book. 300, how many pages?
288, something like that. It's a
You
little
said
bit
in
in
one interview, it's like an encyclopedia. And it really is fascinating. I learned so much about you, and I think a lot of people can learn a lot. Let's have some questions that are off topics from the book coming up.
Ready.
After the break. Welcome back. We're here with Roy Wood Jr.,
Okay.
the author of The Man of Many Fathers. See, now you have like 19 jobs, you know. You've had your stand-up, you're touring all over the next couple of weeks for this. You have the CNN job.
Documentary producing.
Documentary producer.
TV writing.
Yes,
Okay.
and now.
Actor Love Brooklyn, streaming now as well with Andre Holland.
That's right.
Bahari.
That's right.
A few
Can
things.
you leave a job for the rest of us, brothers?
Absolutely not. Y'all need to figure out how to get them from me.
Well, congratulations again on the release. Okay, your favorite sports team is?
Chicago Cubs,
Oh, that used to be mine when I grew up.
Miami Dolphins, a distant second, but
Okay.
by and large.
Roy Wood Jr., Chicago native and comedian Roy. He played college baseball last time I looked at Florida A&M, and he bounces one into Clark.
Forrest, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's score 8 more.
Your line is Cubbies. That's all you have to say. Okay? When I go root for the, then you say, you have to drag it out. Cubbies. Forest root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. You gotta say a lot of that.
The Cubs made you get pulled from the Daily Show for a couple of weeks, right?
Yo, so the Cubs, I went to a Cubs playoff game. They lost. I lost my voice yelling. It's 42 degrees. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs at Wrigley like a moron. I come back to work the next day, sounding like Macy Gray. With respect to Macy Gray, because she sounds normal. I'm not supposed to sound like Macy. Macy Gray sound like Macy Gray.
But you're not supposed to. No.
Man, they sent my butt home for 2 weeks. They said, man, if you don't go get you some vocal rest.
It's hilarious.
I had a gig the day after that, and I went to one of these Broadway doctors that fixes all the Broadway singers. He gave me some potion and a couple steroids, and he was like, bite this 3 minutes before you go on stage, then drink this, take 2 of these pills, and you'll have 42 minutes. And he wasn't lying.
He gave 42 minutes and you were done.
It was a 30-minute gig, and I came off stage. I had 10 minutes of, hey, good to see you. Thank you for having me. Minute 43, I tried to say goodbye, I choked.
All right. So who would you say is the best comedian out there?
Best comedian working today?
Yes.
Ali Sadiq.
Okay.
Cat Williams.
I like Cat.
But I'm trying to separate them into two kind of, it's like martial arts. It's two different styles of kung fu that they do. Ali is long form storytelling that I've never seen another comedian use sorrow and and pain as a tool to manipulate you to laugh.
I say, my man, what's your name? He talking about Johnny Woods. I said, man, you fired me when I was working at that grocery store. He talking about, what you do? I said, I ain't do a goddamn thing. You said I was in the bathroom drinking goddamn Big Mouth Mickeys. I wasn't drinking no goddamn Big Mouth Mickeys. Your ass was the one drinking them goddamn Big Mouth Mickeys. He talking about, what made you say that? I said, because you got one in your goddamn hand right now. He said, now look here, youngster, it was either you or me. As you can tell, I got a habit. Yeah, what you out here do? You out here working? What you gonna do for your old manager? I said, I ain't finna do shit for you. He said, well, your ass is fired again. I said, you can't fire me. I ain't so goddamn dope, man. You can't fire me.
You know, Ali Sadiq, I think is dominating right now, and I think Cat Williams is dominating. I think someone who doesn't get enough credit is Samore. Samore is year in, year out, a new hour of comedy. Yep. She tours, is smart, and it's astute, but it's not arrogant comedy in the sense of, I know more than you.
No,
I'm
it's
better.
Smart.
We're just trying to figure this out together.
Yeah. The best TV sitcom, Dad?
All time or currently on TV? Because I haven't watched enough TV right now. Best sitcom, Dad, all time that I liked?
Yes.
Carl Winslow. That I feel like I relate to the most? Al Bundy.
That's you?
I wake up
sitting on the couch, your hands in your pants.
Don't want to be bothered.
Okay, well that's
I just want to get through the day.
I work in a shoe store, and still I'm not happy to come home.
Mr. Bundy, want to buy some chipmunk cookies?
No, go away.
You can't tell me you're not hungry. My daddy says you eat bugs and dirt.
Well, you go home and tell your daddy you have the mailman's eyes.
Spirit Airlines, underrated?
Oh, no, Spirit is rated exactly where they're supposed to be rated. They just shut down some routes, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they ain't shooting bad.
We did it. We did it. It looked amazing. Look at that. That looks like what you would buy from a store. It should have been. Look at all the floor space. So much aerobics in here. So many activities.
Have you done psychedelics?
Yes.
Which ones? Shrooms. Did you ever do
7, 8 years ago?
Sit with it?
Yeah, but I mean, that was in L.A. I lived in L.A. for a while. Okay. You understand. Everybody have a shroom phase. You live in L.A.
I know, but I'm curious because my book is about that. I'm curious that you didn't get to have those conversations with your dad during when you are sitting with the medicine.
No, heavens no. I don't even know if I would have. You know, there was a brief. I did ayahuasca once.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's not something I would ever do again.
No way. Absolutely. I got a lot out of it.
Yeah, but I feel lucky to have been able to come back through the portal back to wherever we are now, because where psychedelics can send you sometimes, and I think what helped me was having already been to therapy for years.
Yeah.
So you know what to do with those questions. But I think the biggest thing I took away from all of that was the idea that in order for, you know, as I co-parent my son, and you think about the examples you want to set for him, you know, you have to think about this idea that he has to see love and he has to know love. And in order for him to know love, I need to be an example of that. And so to be an example of love, you have to mine and look at the loving relationships that you had growing up to see what you could glean from them. And when I reflect on my life, one of the most loving relationships I ever witnessed was my dad and his other woman. And so that's what I mean by, you know, you write this book and you start understanding, okay, it might not have been the right way to go about that, but you had some degree of happiness there. And rather than feel cheated based on what wasn't happening in my home, I had a long conversation with my 2 younger half-brothers about, hey, what was happening in your home? So I can have a better understanding of that so that I can be love, you know, going forward, you know, not just to a woman, but as an example to my son. So, yeah. But I still would never do that again.
Ayahuasca? Nah,
Yeah,
no.
I'm done.
One and done. Same.
Yeah, that's.
But it gained some great knowledge from it.
Yeah.
What it sounds like, and you know, might have helped with the process of writing this book.
Absolutely do. Absolutely.
It's a great book. Congratulations on,
thank you, brother.
on the work.
I appreciate you, man. I wanted to tell you thank you, Man of Many Fathers. It is out October 28th. I ain't even holding it in frame. This is why I'm be getting on camera. I got to put it in my face. Thank y'all so much for supporting the Man of Many Fathers. The pre-orders are going off the chain. The audio book, I will be reading it myself. Thank you so much for that as well.
All right, that'll do it for this episode of Candid with Candace. My thanks to Roy Wood Jr. I'll see you next time. Oh, I forgot. Outtakes.
Okay, ready? Take 27.
What camera are we? Okay, cool. All right, ready? Hold on 1 second. We lost your microphone for a second. Oh, man, I'm shiny. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Candid with Candace. But for, I forgot the outtakes. How do we do that? Oh, baby, I walk out and then I'll come back. Oh, but first, outtakes. Yeah, just like 2 more.
We're gonna start on a single just so.
Okay, perfect. It's a great book. Congratulations on,
thank you, brother.
on the work.
I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Me? I'm going to walk away and then come back as if I forgot the outtakes. All right.